If I have been telling you lately, I want you to know that I love you. See, I've been fighting with Satan. See, I've been dealing with trouble. See, I've been dealing with patience. I want it all for my baby. See, the life drives you crazy, so mama, pray for your baby. See, I've been struggling and hustling and trying to do what I got. They try to keep my cool, ain't trying to hurt nobody, but they been pushing me lately.
Before he became the actor, director, writer, and the movie producer based in Columbia, South Carolina. Known mostly for what some would call it reality music. Strong content with a passion for the game. Hardcore crunk music with lyrical content, and also laid back with a harmony cadence that speaks upon the good and the bad sides of life in the most racist state in the country. Straight out of South Carolina, one most talented undiscovered artist in the world. Deezy Slim, a South Carolina recording artist born Derek Holly, a native of Winsboro, South Carolina. Was born on November 11, 1983 in Columbia, South Carolina at Baptist Hospital to Gloria and Harry Holly just 15 miles outside of Fairfield County. At the age of 12, he used to write poems until one day he just turned one into a rap song, and it turned into an addiction. Deezy got his hands on a karaoke machine which his mother used to rehearse songs with the church choir, but when the young Deezy realized that he can borrow it to record himself rapping, that's just what he did. He started rapping on other artists' instrumentals that was normally on the B-side of cassette tapes during those times, getting inspirations by artists such as Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Master P and many others. When a young Deezy turned 16 years old, he started taking music serious. He then worked hard on getting money so he could work on a demo. When he got enough money by any means necessary, he started going to recording studios in the local area. Giving out copies of the first song which featured one of his childhood best friends, Brian Cook, now known as B1, which they later became the rap group Country Boys later on. Deezy started connecting with producers and learning from them. Being introduced to another local rap group, the Low Lifes, which consists of two brothers, Cash and Low Life. At the age 17, Deezy was invited to go to New York to work on some songs with the Low Lifes, in which being in the big city and professional recording studios, they was creating music and pushed him even harder, gaining great feedback and attention from the birthplace of hip-hop. Once he returned home, he immediately hit the ground running even more harder, recording songs every day. Opening up shows for artists like Juvenile, Trina, The Brat Dirty, Uncle Luke, P.D. Pablo, and more. When him and B1 did their first show ever, a Juvenile show, they were so shocked because they had the crowd crunk and screaming. Once getting off the stage, girls was asking to take pictures with them, and that made Deezy know that this was for him and what he wanted to pursue while still finishing up high school. In 2002, Deezy and B1 team up with the Low Lifes, which did become one of South Carolina's #1 independent record labels called Mastermind Records. They went to places like New York, New Orleans, Atlanta, Miami, and others places to promote their first compilation album. On the album had a street hit song with Pastor Troy. The group had the album in stores and sold them out the trunk of their cars. They sold approximately about 20,000 units quickly and soon went to over 80,000 units independently, which was unheard of at the time. They shot a video for the single Get Back in Winsboro and Atlanta, put the videos on the streets for sale, sang on VHS tapes, with regional radio spins and appearances. Making so much noise, within 1 year the roster started to grow, adding more artists to the empire. Mastermind Records put out numerous amounts of mix CDs. In 2003, the label put out another compilation titled The Takeover, which was released by 2K Sound and EMI Distributions. The single called Time to Crank It Up by the group Country Boys. That single went crazy through the clubs and radio stations. Then after that, the label put out the second single called Shake It Like a Pitbull by Cold Cannons featuring Deezy Slim. Shake It Like a Pitbull video, which been airing on BET Uncut for 2 years on the national network BET, Black Entertainment Television. Then came the Country Boys' first group album called Dirt Road Pimpin'. Selecto hits released in January 2006. From shopping their music while having the albums for sale in mom and pop record stores in the South. Mastermind Records had major record deal offers with Sony Records, TVT Records, Atlantic Records, even Cash Money Records. Turning down the offers was decisions made by Mastermind Records CEOs because the label goal was to get a major distribution deal instead of any type of record deal that was offered. After the separation of the group, Deezy Slim continued to build his brand, dealing with everyday struggles of life, losing loved ones and family members, childhood friends and cousins, getting caught up in street life, and going to prison serving time always left him with a dark cloud over his head. Deezy stayed focused on his music and dreams, which had become his outlet to get through the tough times. Making music became his life. But Deezy Slim stayed on the road, performing the songs at shows and doing features on other artist albums. He released a mix CD series called Hood Status. Deezy Slim started to manage a group he formed called TSP. After things started to turn left with the Mastermind Records situation, Deezy started to form his own label with the help of his cousin Johnny Graddick and his manager at the time, Chris Hardy. The label was called Dust House Records, and they released his debut solo album called Something Serious, which was tearing up the streets in Southern Region, and also made its way into the hands of DJ Green Lantern in the UK, gaining international exposure for the song Dickies On featuring Lil Broad. Starting his own label in 2005, he also started using alcohol to dodge life, which turned into an addiction. With the success of the Something Serious album, Chris Hardy, along with Vance McNabb, started Big Bang Management to further push Deezy Slim and his new live band, Third Class. Third Class Band consists of Deezy, Lil Broad, Lil Country, and a team of musicians. Vance McNabb has also managed tours for John Mayer and Epic Records' Howie Day, along with several other rock bands. Getting booked for sold-out events, the band Third Eye was on the rise, gaining fans of all kinds and performing in all kinds of venues. In 2007, a Def Jam recording artist Young Jeezy along with UGK released a song entitled Dickies. The song will say to be stolen from Deezy Slim and Lil Broad's song Dickies On. The state newspaper did an article on the issue. The crew was shopping their songs in Atlanta during the time. Deezy's management reached out to Jeezy's team, but there was no response. Even though things was going good with his rap career, Deezy suffered with depression, and his only way of escape that he believed was through alcohol and partying, ignoring the addiction. One night during the summer of 2008, Deezy and a few of his friends went to a college party. After leaving the party, he was on his way home while under the influence, and the next time he was alert was 3 days later when he woke up in the hospital. Family and friends were devastated. The hospital was filled with those who were waiting by his side until he was awoke from being in a coma. His car was totally lost and he suffered with brain damage, with bleeding on his brain, and he still was unsure about what had happened the last time he remembered he was on his way home 3 days earlier from a wild party. In 2009, he focused on revamping the Dust House imprint from Dust House Records to Dust House Entertainment, with help from family and a host of supporters. Back to making music and making music videos, flooding the internet and the streets. By 2010, the label was producing and promoting other artists along with Deezy himself, in which he calls it the second generation of Dust House, with artists Day Day, Tevin, 20, Zay, and Lil Shane Crush. He always been a huge fan of urban black drama movies like Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, New Jack City, and Juice, just to name a few. So by 2011, him and his crew decided they would film their own independent movie called Karma. Once the movie was completed, it became an instant street classic. By 2013, Dust House was making more movies, releasing more albums, and started their own clothing line. In 2017, Deezy Slim was diagnosed with vocal cord paralysis and was ordered from the doctor to take it easy on using his voice to record after he had surgery. Vocal cord paralysis, or vocal fold paralysis, is a condition that affects how the vocal cords work. People with this condition can't control the muscles that open and close the vocal cords. Their inability to control these muscles results from nerve damage. This left Deezy Slim devastated. Music was his first love and all that he knew. With his hustle mentally, along with partner Brian Ruff, they continued to just grind on, focus on, pushing the brand by making movies after movies, and won't stop until the whole world is rocking with the Dust House imprint, and they put the house on that.
They been turning my pages, trying to put Fred forward, maybe pull out the 80. I can't let nobody play me, so Lord, please come and save me. See, I be dressing all black, so I dress for the occasion. See, I be cool as a fan, you know me, know that I am. But you crossing the line, you know I don't give a damn. See, I was raised by the street, so you know I stay with the heat. Can't trust nobody but me, can't even trust the police. See, they been killing us lately, do it all in public. They say liberty for us all, then what about the justice?
This cold world, just live it till it's over, it's over. I tell them just stay strong, they keep a tight grip, just to tell them hold on. Living in this cold world, just live it till it's over, just tell them just just stay strong, to keep a tight grip, just to tell